What is your history of living, working, playing, and volunteering in the city of Springfield?
So I was born here in Springfield, 1981, raised in Charleston, South Carolina, and then I moved back here in 1999. I promised my mom I would come back here to go to college, so I did just that. Gave up a scholarship to attend any South Carolina State University or college to come back here and keep my promise to my mom. And I was really happy I did that because it brought me into a different environment and a change which was needed for me to really figure out what I really wanted to be when I grow up. So growing up here, I mean, not growing up, but being here and having the opportunity to invest in my community and see how things was different than growing up in South Carolina, which was more like the country side of things, and coming here to be in the city side of things. So I got the opportunity to see things really differently. So here I went to college. I attended STCC. I completed my associate's degree in law enforcement. Then I went on to do my medical assistant certification over at Ultrasound Diagnostic. After I was done there, I completed my bachelor's in human services at Cambridge College, and I did my master's in education with the concentration in psychology and counseling at Cambridge College, and now I'm currently at North Central University completing my doctorate degree. Completed all my classes, woohoo! So I'm really excited about that. Completed all my classes, so I'm working on my dissertation now, which is on women of color and leadership roles and the effects of work-life balance. And I'm completing all that as being a mother of 5. It's hard work, it's not easy, but somebody's got to do it. So I am my children's motivation. I am their role model, and not just my children, all of the children that I am involved in when it comes to being here in the city of Springfield.
In your opinion, what is the most pressing issue in the city of Springfield, and, if elected, how would you address it?
I mean, reading the newspaper and looking at the news, I gotta say this ARPA funding is really important right now and pressing. And talking to community members, I found that a lot of our seniors out here didn't even know that they can apply for ARPA funding, which stands for American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. So I've been reaching out to seniors and some households that I can help get their applications completed, which is really important for them to know about, and helping them get those in. And quality of life is really important here. And when we talk about quality of life, it's really making sure and assuring that all parts of Springfield, my focus is Ward 5, but I care about the whole community of Springfield. So making sure the quality of life is safe in these neighborhoods, and I mean even from where I live on Bristol Street and going up to any part of Springfield, making sure the quality of life is important. I'm going to say property tax also, especially for these homeowners, and trying to keep these families in their homes is really important and pressing, because if these property tax continue to go up, these are forcing the landlords to have to sell their home or go into foreclosure, which leaves families that are renting from these landlords with no place to go. And now they got to start from scratch, from the bottom, to work themselves back up. And finding an apartment right now that is really just cost effective is not possible. So we can work on figuring out how to help these landlords keep their homes and to keep families inside. That's really important for me, and especially for homeowners. We have to figure out how we can lower these property tax. We cannot keep taking the property tax up, and the funding is not there for these homeowners, and especially for people like me that got to rent an apartment. It's really expensive, and being a mother of 5, and it's really hard. So we really have to figure that out. And then I'm going to focus on affordable childcare also, because childcare is expensive. And I am just saying these stuff because these are a lot of important issues that I've been involved in and I've been working towards. And childcare is not expensive, and trying to find quality childcare is even worse. So it's really important to try and figure out how we can help families with childcare and how we can lower the cost of childcare.
If elected, how would you collaborate with others in City Hall to make Springfield a better place?
You know what? I look at a lot of stuff and sitting on some of the meetings and just hearing it, and I question, how are we as adults telling the children or the youth in our community, you guys have to get along, you guys need to know how to talk and how not to get into arguments? But I'm just like, okay, you adults are over here arguing. How are we telling the kids they got to do something when we're not doing it? So we have to figure out a better way of communication. And a lot of times we have to set aside our personal feelings. And when it comes to business in our community and fixing the city of Springfield, we have to let that be our main focus. Don't make decisions just because you can or because you're in a position of authority where you don't want to help this community because you can't. It's not okay. Everybody's suffering, and we have to figure out how we all can work together. I love being the admin for Mason Square C3, even though I'm running for Ward 5, but I work throughout the city of Springfield, and it is so important when it comes to collaborating and getting communities, organizations, just getting different individuals involved within the city and trying to push initiatives that are important, because if it's important to you, it's important to me. So my job is to make sure I can help you move things forward. So that's really important also. I like providing opportunities, and especially when it comes to our youth, to help them flourish and make them be successful in life. So there's never something that's too much for me that I can't handle, or something that I say I push away from or say, no, I can't get involved, or no, you know what, you got to go reach this one. No, I'm going to do my research and I'm going to figure out how I can help you. When it comes to collaborating, that's important. I reach out to different organizations, and being the assistant director of the Center for Service and Leadership over at Springfield College, it was important for me to reach out to my community members and see how I can help them. And I mean, from helping them, it came from getting the students at Springfield College involved in helping the seniors go clean their yard, help painting, things that they would have to pay someone to do. Our students over at Springfield College went out to really help them, and that was so it was really good. And just to see the smiles and receive the amount of letters from the seniors that really were appreciative of the work that the students did, it made me feel like I was doing something positive that was really needed. So I'm going to continue that work and make sure that I continue to help everyone that needs help.